everybody doing? Meet the new boss, the same as the old boss. All right, we're gonna do something different this week. Get your pen and paper ready. And while you're looking for it, I'm very excited. I am almost done with my Holy Grail. And with that said, all you are grandfathered in at the rate you are. And we're about to do some new cool shit on the moon train. Stoked about it. And now we're gonna dig into the market. These are your upside targets on SPX, okay? Some people call them fair value gaps. I call them targets. These will all print. The question is when. This is an FOMC target. This is an FOMC target. This is very, very clear in my opinion. What do you mean, grandfather? See this gap here? We either go fill this gap by end of day Tuesday. Okay? Or due to this mad fuckery on Friday, here you can see this is US 500, right? Bears couldn't take out these lows, and after hours, as soon as we closed, we went down 15 handles or whatever. Okay? That, in my opinion, is not smart money. That's not how the fuckers roll. Okay? So if you get a gap up on Monday, since we got early low, we could rally all day. And remember, it is Apple's event, okay? And Apple, unlike Microsoft, Nvidia, JPM, did not quite spray your uncle's tent that you brought on the camping trip. Am I right? All right. So for all you new people, it's September. September is when Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer send you Thanksgiving invites, and you're like, but it's September, I don't want to go. So we're bringing back the D4, divergence for many indicators, the fourth volume. Okay, what does this mean? Well, let's zoom out. Let's close these guys here. This is the indicator you want when it gets spicy. Let me put it that way. It's not the best one to call major tops. I don't think this is the top. I want this to give me a signal and ideal BB, and I'm gonna be balls deep in calls. Okay, so let's make it simple. Let's simplify this a little bit. Gap up on Monday, you run. Especially if you take out this FOMC target, you're going here. Okay? If no gap up, more selling to come. We fill this gap. Where's this gap from, grandfather? From when Japan put some wasabi on their finger and then smeared you while you were sleeping, and you woke up to a fire sale. Okay? Under this, there's no point in touching anything to the upside until we hit this level. However, I have one more down target. Let me speak about downside first. That means a lot of bulls come in and buy this gap. I still have one down target, this one. The next one after this is the elusive 478, okay, on SPY. Like, it's way fucking down there. And yeah, here. I don't think that hits unless we get that major dip. I'll show you the fractal I was talking about all week. Just hold on. Hold on. If this gap fills, I think we have a fake breakdown. We have to take this out. Okay? So there's a potential. Clearly, we are back in what some people would call a bear market. I don't abide by those rules. I think this is just a funky ass inverted head and shoulders, and we go higher. Question is when. Now, I have a Carolyn, and if you don't know who that is, Google it. This method has a giant turn day on my birthday. Okay, interesting. But let's not get ahead. Let's not even talk about September 18th here yet. We're talking about Monday here. So let's sum it up. You either get a gap and go, or you are heading for the gap. Okay? So again, you either gap up from here and go. Why? Look at this. Here's the SPX chart. Compare it to the US 500. Okay? Why do I watch US 500? Well, because I don't need to pay. I don't want to have my futures account open all the time. So clearly we've gone to the gap. See what I mean? So we closed right there after hours. We either go, or we feel the gap, go, or we feel the gap and absolutely shit on our faces and end up here. Okay. Buy alert, and buy alert. Okay? Those are your 3 ones. I don't think we get down here, but that's like my ultimate. Then I would see a furious bear market rally, if you will. Okay? Now, before we get into specifics, let's just take a look here. Okay, well, we're nearing what? This was the Bank of Japan bullshit. That was the April low. Okay, so we've absolutely flown. Reject, come back down. I would love to hit my target. I will literally go all in the money as far out as I can afford. Okay? So, with that said, will I be doing much on Monday morning? I'll be watching. To me, it's all about where do we close on Tuesday? Do I buy calls or puts into the CPI report that the market does not care about anymore? Inflation, we already broke up with her. Okay? We're eyeing cowboy boots, headband. Her name is employment mandate. Okay? Do you feel me? So, are we, against all odds, going to see the top of the collar in Q3? We still have about 15 points to clear on that from the highs. So, is it possible? Yes. Can we go down? Yes. Do you want to see how absolutely bogus internals are? I'll show you right now. Let me show you. So here is one put call ratio. You gotta be smarter than this guy. Here you go. This is how you do it. Here's another nugget. Put in PC, you'll get this. Now at first glance you think, oh, the puts are drying up. No. That is how you do it the correct way. Okay? Do you see what I'm saying? Not this way. You do it this way. So, calls are dropping. But we're not heavy on the put side here, right? We're not here yet. Therefore, this is not a major top or a bottom. And this is why I belong to this community. I can't always remember everything. That's why I make these videos, and we have a bunch of awesome traders, okay? So go back, see how I just did that. This is your actual call to put ratio and how you actually do it. Okay, moving forward. Looks ugly as shit, right? Okay, that's fine. Let's go back, zoom out. Looks pretty gnarly, huh? Okay, why aren't we dropping more? Why are we not dropping more? Because we're very close to this gap. Where can we go? We can go all the way up here and way past. I wouldn't be surprised if midweek we start seeing 560s on the GEX, right? And what is GEX? Negative gamma is the pull, positive gamma is the repel. And look, I'm telling you right now, this is your best trading weapon against yourself. That's why I post it all the time and I try to explain about it. And maybe I think everybody gets it, but again, I'm just going to recap it real quick here. These are repel levels, these are pull levels, okay? And if you trade SPX, let me know, or if you're in QQQ, let me know. Shit,
hey
I
folks,
just prayed something.
here, and today I'm going to talk to you.
Bye, guy. Anyways, that's where we are. So, is this it? This could be it. I don't believe that this is it, but I'm eagerly awaiting to see what we do here. Now, obviously, again, you should have these saved. Here is the sports calendar. Am I opposed to this trajectory? Not at all. I really am not. I hate trading September and October. Then you got this questionable. Do we get this pop here, right? There's many of them. I can totally see a rotation into IWM. I covered this last week. The rate sensitive ones get a pop, as do the NASDAQ. Let me see if I can find it here for you. Here, they're pretty much identical, right? As you can see. But this is just shaking the tree out. Now, I do have a fractal that showed we would rally on Friday and go higher into CPI. That did not pan out yet, but these fractals can be off by a few days. So I have a lot of stuff showing us rallying, okay? Personally, if we can go close this gap, it makes it easy for me. So, we are in a Fed blackout period. What does that mean? That means that the Fed won't come out and talk a bunch of shit, okay? So, Sunday, Japanese data. Woo! Monday. Last time we got this data, they didn't say how much they actually bought. Remember, they are sitting on 749 newly borrowed billions, okay? Same reason they're saying, oh, we're going to scrap tax here, we're going to scrap tax there. Why? Because we're going into basic universal income and know that you can only spend at freaking corporations, so there will not be anything to tax. Okay? System is freaking changing. Okay, just because they ban my TikTok video when I point out that they're gonna utilize old energy for their AI grid that no one's ever talked about or heard about, does not mean that it's not exactly what they are going to do. And if you haven't already, follow me on Mr. Moon Train on X. Watch this video. It's pretty good shit. Anyways, all right. JPM didn't work. Why did JPM not work? Because it was a 4-day week. Remember I said I filled some. We got that pop Wednesday to Thursday. Premiums actually went up quite a lot, and then it came down. Okay, noted. Don't fuck with it on 4-day weeks. Okay, will I be playing it again next week? Yes, if I can get calls on it for 4 cents Tuesday afternoon, I'm gonna go heavy on it. Why? Because I have about 10 of these trades back to back every week in the bag on it. That's why. And again, I preach this all the time. For the love of God, be 90% cash every night. Okay. Moving forward. Keep an eye on the banks. Why? Because the banks are going to be this whole big spicy down move we're going to get. Now, here you see, here's this guy. Are we going to bounce? Yes. Okay, great. Fantastic. What else do you got for us? Well, I'll show you. Ding, 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 ding. Apple. Okay, why are we not absolutely eating shit over here just like we have on Microsoft? This looks nasty. Is it gonna break 6 months of accumulation? Maybe. I doubt it with that being right there. But now you gotta look into the details. Okay, where's the exact bounce? Well, you gotta wait for this guy to go to 0, right? Okay. That is why I think Apple's about to ding, 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 ding. Okay, then you get your generational deep buying opportunity type of thing. Avgo absolutely ate shit on good earnings. Okay, what does this mean? That means the market's like, give me a dip, man. We need the big buyers in. Let's go. Okay, fair enough. Even Costco had absolutely brilliant news. Couldn't hold shit. Okay, I'm really happy I didn't take my buy alert at 34. Why? Because I said if I feel like don't buying it there, I'm buying at 32.95 and then I'm going for 31. This is about to absolutely rip faces. McDonald's, when are earnings? I love McDonald's. The stock. Okay, you know what I mean. Look at that. Look at that. Market's been eating shit. Look at this thing. Look at this massive bull flag. Oh my God. If we can get a gift of a gap tap or even a gap fill, this is literally my favorite play into the end of the year. Okay, moving forward. But let's sum it up. Monday, if we rally, it's all Apple. They got an event. If we sell, Apple's going to fucking eat shit. Okay? Tesla. I said Friday, oh man, we just touched the gap. That would be a beautiful short. You don't fucking say. Didn't take it. Played spy puts instead for 200 and, well, is it 60%? All right. We've gone up there. Crap the bed. $15 a day. If this holds, sky's the limit on this thing. Okay? Fantastic. Moving on. Meta. I had been preaching for I don't know how many days. I got the 520. That hit. Okay. Everything came down. Google. Look at how ugly this thing is. Got a gap left there. Clearly heading for this gap. Down day on Monday. You buy Google puts. Okay. If I'm going too fast, go back. If you're serious about your trading, take notes. And on that note, anytime you enter a trade, whether it's a risky trade, whatever, you need a fucking stop loss on 20%. Okay? If you're wrong, you're wrong. If the trade is still valid after you stop out, you can enter again. If you're right, you're right. Okay? That's how you manage yourself. Because again, you're trading against yourself. Moving on. Bank of America. Now this thing, look compared, I'm just saying, look at where we are. 38. Okay, great. Look at that chart. How ugly that is compared to this beauty. Who do you think is going to win? JPM. Dude, we might get another JPM rally for weeks here where we can make an incredible amount of money. Bank of America is going to be the bad guy. Okay, speaking of tickers starting with a B, Bitcoin, stay away. Okay, I don't know when the last time you looked at what Coinbase is priced at. should tell you all you need to know. Okay, last time I think I was in like 210 calls. Yeah. Okay, looks pretty nasty. Again, as a reminder, always watch the tick when you're day trading. Now, I'm gonna be playing the same tickers. Why do I play the same tickers week after week? Because I watch the premiums. Duh. Okay? NVIDIA. Let's take a look here. Where do you think this is going? If it holds here, it's gonna absolutely rip. We're getting closer and closer to Blackwell getting released. Now that's not to say that September and October aren't going to be nasty. You got your first downtick here on the TTM. Will this go to 150? Yes. Once it does this pattern and it breaks these highs, it's going to squeeze. Okay. Now, Qualcomm, look, NVIDIA has so much money, they can take all these fuckers out. This is going down. Hood has new news coming early October. It's probably going to be that they're going to start doing futures. This thing's going to absolutely rip. It's still up here. Probably my favorite stock to own. So, let's sum it up. How am I going into the week? Well, looking at the dark pool data that you can always request from me live on voice at any point in time, clearly while they sold the market after hours, which I started with, they bought dark pool and they also bought a bunch of calls. So at some point next week, this market's gonna rip. I'm gonna be in it. That does not mean I'm gonna be doing a bunch on Monday. For me, it's all about the close into Tuesday. And sometimes it's good, especially in volatile times, when you have the freaking VIX doing this. Now, I think people who buy VIX calls are schmucks. I'm more in favor of puts. Why? Because the VIX never, ever stays elevated. So you're dealing with hot sauce in your eye anytime you play it. So as you can see, it never stays elevated. However, if you catch it, great. This thing's coming down, guaranteed. And I have moved my level from 1970 to 1946 just based on the reaction. So can this pop on Monday? Sure, but this is coming down next week, big time. That's what I think. US 10-year 3.7. Okay, the Dixie 101. This thing's going to 81. Now, I've said many times, once you get the death cross, you get a dead cat before absolute carnage. You tell me if these MAs, if this setup looks bullish. No, it does not. This is going to come down fast and soon. Question is, how long do they hold it? Okay, hopefully this gave you a bunch of nuggets that you can dip in your sauce. I'll see you next week. And with that said, if you watch this long, I'm going to give you the most important info unless you belong to the full moon circle. Monday, early low. Tuesday, early low. Wednesday, early high. Thursday, early low. Friday, early low. Spicy. God bless. 100% on spike. Boom. Keep going. We're trying to move, baby.
$776 billion. Couple context on that. $76 billion below.